Hello everyone, welcome to British Columbia, the language school. Students, as board exams are quite near and you don't have much time to go through the entire drama, so we have brought a bullet short revision of Macbeth with all the important acts, scenes, themes, and quotes. So without any delay, let's begin. Let us quickly begin with Act 3. Since we know that Act 3 is the act where we see the rise of Macbeth's tyranny. Macbeth's tyrannical rule goes to its extreme, from a hesitant murderer to a very tyrannical ruler. We have seen the transformation in Macbeth. So here, what do we see? Macbeth as a king, fearful, and his fear turns into violence. He becomes more and more violent, and his moral collapse we have seen in this act. Number one, Macbeth change after becoming king. What important changes we have seen in Macbeth after he became king? Now he is more calculative, secretive, and cruel. He is no longer dependent on Lady Macbeth's guidance. Earlier, he used to be totally dependent on his wife. Now he plans Banquo's murder alone, and he does not involve Lady Macbeth in his plan. And this is important line here: to be thus is nothing but to be safely thus. What does it mean? It means that to be thus, his present state of king is nothing, is meaningless until he is safe. That means he feels Banquo as a threat to him. This is the second point that we are going to study about. Banquo as a threat. Yes, witches predicted Banquo's son would be kings. We all know that they made prophecies about Banquo and his next generation, that they would be king. So Banquo is symbol of moral integrity. You can also use these words, these phrases in your answers. Murder of Banquo is equal to murder of conscience. Earlier, murder of Duncan was the murder of Macbeth's sleep. Macbeth hallucinated. He thought that he had murdered his sleep, but here in this third act where he murders Banquo, it is more like the murder of his own conscience. Now let's see the role of the murderers. What role the murderers play in this act? So murderers do not come all of a sudden, or they have some personal grievance with. It is Macbeth who manipulates them emotionally and shows how power. This scene actually highlights how power corrupts absolutely. When we see Macbeth is absolutely powerful, he is the ruler, he is the king, and how morally he has corrupted, how he has he has killed his own conscience, and how power has truly corrupted him. Next point, Banquo's ghost, which appears in scene 4 of Act 3, which is visible only to Macbeth, and it is again he is hallucinating. It is again the figment of his heat oppressed brain, and this ghost of Banquo is a symbol of his guilt, psychological breakdown. And in this scene, we see Lady Macbeth again tries to be very practical lady and tries to cover up Macbeth's crime that he's about to reveal publicly. Now, what is important here? The important quote is, "Never shake thy gory locks at me." When Macbeth sees Banquo's ghost and he see the blood all spilling out, or when he see his blood, his face all marked with blood, he doesn't want he doesn't want Banquo to scare him with his gory image. This is there is one more important line where he says that thou canst not say. Let me write it down. Thou canst not say I did it. This is yet another very important quote of Macbeth, where he is trying to challenge Banquo's ghost that since you are dead, so you cannot say anything that I have done it. Now, what is the exam value of this Act 3? It is the turning point of the play. Yes, I told you this is the climax when I used to take lectures in the class. So I have told my students that this is the turning point, this is the climax where the play is reaching to its climax. Macbeth shifts from hero to a tyrant. Theme. What theme is presented here? Theme is guilt, power, and violence. Okay, now let us move on to Act 4. Act 4, what do we see in this Act 4? The rule of fear and false security. As we know that in Act 3, lastly when Banquo's ghost disappears, Macbeth tells Lady Macbeth that he would meet the witches and would know more about his future because he feels insecure for his crown. So the central idea of Act 4 is evil is going to deepen in Macbeth. And false confidence leads to destruction. Macbeth would be provided with some false sense of security by the witches who always bring evil with them. Macbeth doesn't know. He only believes the words of witches and takes them as to be the final verdict, and therefore meets his doom. Let us start with the first point, the three apparitions. When Macbeth meets the witches, in order to know more about his future, in order to secure his position, the witches show him three apparitions, and each apparition comes with a different meaning. See, this is another very important scene where you may get so many questions in your you may get some questions, at least one or two questions you will definitely get from this scene. Okay, so what we are going to study here, the apparitions, the meaning. The first apparition is an armed head. You have to remember the first apparition was an armed head that warned Macbeth to beware of Macduff. It says, Macduff, Macduff, Macduff. So, sorry, it says, Macbeth, Macbeth, beware of Macduff. So why this armed head was warning Macbeth to stay away from Macduff? There is some reason. Macbeth does not understand. He takes the literal meaning, does not try to understand what the witches want to convey as what they wanted to hide. Then we have the second image, the second apparition comes as a bloody child. So this bloody child, we have to keep in mind that this bloody child is no other than Macduff, who was untimely ripped from his mother's womb. And this bloody child, the apparition of this bloody child, tells Macbeth that you should not feel worried about your future because none born of woman can harm Macbeth. So this is how Macbeth feels himself to be secure, because he thinks this is very unnatural that anyone, see, he thinks that everyone is born of woman, therefore nobody can harm him. He cannot be killed by anyone. He becomes very secure. Then the last apparition shows him a child with crown. This is another very important apparition, and this is another very important foretelling for Macbeth. This child with crown tells Macbeth that Macbeth will never be defeated until Birnam Wood comes to Dunsinane Hill. Macbeth will fall when Birnam Wood moves. So Macbeth takes it very literal way. He thinks that this will never happen because none has the power to uproot the entire forest to move to Dunsinane Hill. So for Macbeth, it was very, very secure. It was a time. It was a point of feeling fully secure. Because he thinks that such things will never happen, and since he believed the words of witches, he does not try to understand the hidden meaning, where the actual truth is it is Macduff who will bring end to Macbeth's life because he was untimely ripped from his mother's womb. Then a child with crown is the other meaning. The symbolic meaning of this child with crown is that it would be Malcolm, who is the rightful heir to the throne, who truly deserve the crown, and this Malcolm would command his soldiers to cut down the branches of the Birnam, the trees of Birnam Wood, the forest, and so that they can hide their numbers, and this is how they can deceive the enemies, not knowing that such this kind of thing has been predicted by the witches. So Macbeth would be fully unaware of such tactics, the war tactics that would be used by Malcolm, and this is how he will be defeated. So the actual point is that Macbeth is unable to interpret them correctly. He misinterprets them, and this is how he becomes overconfident. Now, next point, role of the witches in Act 4. Since the witches appear for the next time, for the second time, and meet with Macbeth, and this time they deliberately mislead Macbeth because it was the command of their queen Hecate that since it was the command, the order of their queen, who said that they would not do any good for Macbeth, because she said that Macbeth is a wayward son, and therefore they are not going to bring any goodness to him. Rather, they will place a false sense of security upon his head, and this is how they will bring his doom. So, as per the command of Hecate, they only show half truth, which is more dangerous than the lies. And it is also important that half truth is always dangerous than lie, a full lie. What is important quote here? By pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way come. So you see how the witches were addressing Macbeth. They had already understood that it is Macbeth who is coming towards them, and they address him as a wicked man. That means the evil is already aware of Macbeth's crime, and they do not address him with some good words. Rather, they use the evil word for Macbeth, knowing that he is a wicked man, therefore he must be misguided. Next point, murder of Macduff's family. Yes, it is in Act 4, Scene 2, where we see Macbeth being overconfident, though he has got absolute security from the witch's word by misinterpreting all those predictions. And knowing that he was warned to be wary of Macduff, therefore he orders to kill Macduff's family. Since Macduff was away from Scotland, he had already escaped from Scotland. So, out of frustration, out of anger, he orders Macduff's family to kill Macduff's family. And this is a most inhuman act of Macbeth that shows his total moral decay and a most tyrannical rule. And Lady Macduff and his children are the symbol of innocence, which is almost destroyed in the hands of Macbeth. Next, in Act 4, Scene 3, we see another important scene, which is Malcolm, the meeting of Malcolm and Macduff. So, what happens in the scene? Macduff, who knows that Macbeth is all spreading tyranny in the country, he therefore wanted to take shelter in England and wanted to take help of the English king. And when he came to know that Malcolm is also staying there, he went there to ask him to raise his hand to fight against Macbeth in order to liberate the country from the rule of a tyrant. So Malcolm, since he cannot trust anyone, he has seen the betrayal, the deception, so he doesn't trust anyone, and therefore he takes the loyalty test of Macduff. Then Macduff's grief, which is equal to true manhood, because when he came to know about the murder of his family, he grieves over their death and curses himself, and then he immediately he takes a vow that he will take revenge upon the death of his family members, and he will not let Macbeth go anywhere, and he will kill him with his own sword. And this is what the important line he says: I must also feel it as a man. We all know when Malcolm, after taking the loyalty test of Macduff and after fully relying on him, when he saw him grieving, he consoled him and asked him to behave like a man, and this is not the time to shed tears, rather they should take their swords and fight. Now, what is the exam value of Act 4? It shows Macbeth's tyranny. The theme, which is important, is evil and deception, justice, which is demanded. Then Macduff emerges as an avenger. Now, Act 5 is the last act. Let us quickly make a recap of this act also. This act is actually showing the downfall of Macbeth and restoration of peace and harmony there in Scotland. So the central idea of this act is guilt destroys the guilty, order is restored. Peace, law and order is restored. Let us quickly come to scene 1, which is yet another very powerful, very important scene where you may get at least a few questions, because this is known as the sleepwalking scene, where we have seen Lady Macbeth, who is guilt-ridden, and her guilt and remorse turn her into madness. Guilt drives her to madness, repeats her actions that she has done in the past unconsciously, not knowing that somebody is observing her, the doctor and the gentlewoman are observing. So the most important line here is out, damn spots out, I say. And this is how she continuously keep washing her hands, rubbing her hands, thinking that she's washing the spots. And those spots are, she's still unable to get rid of those spots, thinking that the guilt is cannot be removed at all. Which is, she thinks that the guilt is permanent and cannot be removed even if she uses all the perfumes of Arabia. You remember that line? All the perfumes of Arabia cannot sweeten this little hand. Which is quite in contrast to the very opening initial lines of Lady Macbeth, where she asked Macbeth to wash his hands with little water. Now, what is contrast here? She was once very strong, very practical lady, and now she's totally broken. This is very important. You can use it in your answers. Next point, Macbeth's mental state. Here we see Macbeth, though he is totally corrupted, he is very brutal, very tyrannical, still he finds himself to be isolated because most of the lords of Scotland have deserted him, and emotionally he feels himself to be very numb, and he clings, but the only thing that keeps him alive is that he clings to the prophecies blindly, still not knowing that he has misinterpreted them. And he says, I have almost forgot the taste of fears. Why? Because he thinks that he is absolutely secure. None born of woman can kill him, and the Birnam Wood cannot march to Dunsinane. Now, see the third prophecy of the apparitions, that Birnam Wood will move to Dunsinane Hill. which he thought that it would never happen. But this prophecy is going to be fulfilled in this scene where the soldiers use branches to camouflage their numbers in by the command of Malcolm, where Malcolm commanded his soldiers that they have to use cut these branches and hide themselves behind each branch so that the enemies do not recognize, or enemies do not know their number, their strength. And this way, the entire wood seems to be moving when one of the soldiers sees and informs Macbeth. Macbeth is almost mad. He thought that it would never happen, but when it actually happened, he is unable to believe the words of the witches, and he thinks the equivocation that was hidden in the nature in the words of witches. This is how prophecy comes true naturally but not magically. The important theme here is fate works through human action, where we can say fate versus free will. Next point, death of Lady Macbeth. It is in this act where we see Lady Macbeth commit suicide out of her guilt-ridden mind and her sleepwalking disease that she has developed over the time. And finally, she commits suicide. But the reaction of Macbeth is very important here to record, that Macbeth's reaction shows emptiness, how hollow he feels. And over the death of Lady Macbeth, he says she should have died hereafter, which shows that he doesn't find even time to grieve over her death. And then he says tomorrow, tomorrow, and tomorrow. This shows the quite emptiness, the hollowness of his life, the meaningless life he has got now. Now, what is important is life is almost meaningless for him, and he is into ultimate despair. And finally, Macbeth's death. Yes, this is in the very last scene, in the second last scene, we see Macbeth finally comes across Macduff, who was not born of woman. While he came face to face with Macduff, still he thought that he is invincible, because Macduff is also, he thinks that Macduff is also one such man who is born of woman. Then Macduff revealed him the secret, the truth, that he was the one who was untimely ripped from his mother's womb. Therefore, he did not took birth in the natural circumstances. This is how the last prophecy also came true, and Macbeth dies fighting. And he does not give up, even if when he came to know that Macduff is the one who will bring his doom, will kill him. Still, he does not give up. And then he says that, why should I play the Roman fools? So this shows his tragic courage. And finally, when Macbeth dies, Malcolm restores order. So what is the final tragic insight here is ambition without morality is equal to destruction. Yes, it was Macbeth's unchecked ambition that brought his downfall. And next, evil carries the seed of its own punishment. This is how we come to the end of all the acts of Macbeth. I hope you have learned so many things from there, from this bullet short revision. And I would also ask you to please take the screenshot of each important point, because they will be helpful for you in your answer writing. Thank you so much. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.